Good morning and welcome to Ting Kwong Road Recreation Ground, home of cricket in Hong Kong for the Cricket Hong Kong Premier League T20 Series. Aaron Bush with you, double header again here live from Ting Kwong Road. Starting off in the morning, we've got the women's game. Today it is CCC Sunrisers versus Lantau. You can see the teams coming out into the middle now. The toss was won by Lantau. They've decided to bowl, so we'll be seeing CCC batting. First time we've seen Craig Gower in the competition. They had the bye last week. Very strong side as always, full of Hong Kong China players. And Hong Kong China captain, you can see there, number 17, going out in the middle. That is Carrie Chan, not the captain for Craig Gower. That goes to Dorothea Chan today. Lantau last week, a big loss after being promoted into the Premier League against Hong Kong Cricket Club last week up the hill. They'll be looking for some revenge and getting the first points on the board. Opening the bowling for Lantau today, Gurkamul Gore. Joining Carrie out in the middle is Vanessa So at the non-striker's end. Umpires today, umpire John Prakash with his hand up there, and out at square leg, Aftab Ahmed, just waiting for the scorers to be ready, and we'll get this game underway. Don't forget the men's Premier League this afternoon, coming up from 1:30 p.m. Hong Kong time. It is the first time we'll see PACC, Pakistan Association, playing. They'll be up against United Services Recreation Club. But first, we're ready to get underway here in the CHK T20 Women's Premier League. First delivery strays well down leg, called wide. Going around the wicket now, full. That's been swatted backward of square. Work to do. They've got one fielder out there. Good running comeback for two. First runs on the board off the bat for CCC Sunrisers. CCC Premier, I should say. Sunrisers is the domestic team. Around the wicket again. Strays down leg again. Reset, another extra in the books for CCC. Saw that shot from Carrie Chan on normal pitch in the middle and maybe a smaller ground for Women's Premier. That would have gone to the ropes, but the full ropes, the same sized ground being used today as for the Men's Premier League. So boundaries are going to be few and far between. And I think we're calling a no ball here, is it? It is a no ball. So free hit coming up. Going down leg in the air again behind square. That sweeper might not get there. Is it going to pull up before the ropes? No! Just talking up there, we might not see too many boundaries, but a full toss to Carrie Chan, who's in absolutely brilliant form with the bat at a national level. Now brings that A game to the Premier League. That sweeper was around at deep square leg, so she's hit it backward, well backward of square. Makes it to the ropes, and that is a big, big boundary from this pitch we're playing on today. It's the furthest across pitch you can play on here at Ting Kwong Road Recreation Ground. Closer to the Ting Kwong Road than that rope. That one's a good delivery. Got a line and length correct on the stumps. Gets the dot. And again. And another dot. Back-to-back dots. Gall getting her line and length correct now. Full, swept hard. That sweeper out there at deep square leg will have to cut that one off. Does. Are they going to run on the arm as well? That's good running between the CCC batters. 2 runs. Gets CCC into double figures in just the first over with 1 ball remaining. End of the over will run through the teams today. As I said, Lantau won the toss, elected to bowl. And again, full. Chops over the top of the infield this time. That same sweeper having to come around and do the work. And another 2 runs. Good running again. 2 to finish the over. 12 off it. Craigengower Premier. 12 for no loss. Run through the teams today. We'll start with Craigengower, who are out there with the bat. The purple team today. The captain, as I mentioned earlier, Dorothea Chan, keeping today. Almira Leung. Amanda Chung comes into the side with a late withdrawal from Manol Kazim. Annie Ho, Fatima Amir, Gloria Lowe, Karen Poon, Carrie Chan out there with the bat. Lucita Lai, Patricia Lee, Salha Chan, and obviously Vanessa So, who's on strike at the moment. Wants to get off the mark immediately, but hits it straight to mid-on. No run. We'll run through the Lantau team at the end of this over. With the ball in hand. A Hekdeep Gaul. Swept hard onto the leg side. They're going to get runs. Good running. Carrie Chan was off very quickly. Safely through. First runs off the bat for Vanessa So. And it brings the big hitting Carrie Chan back on strike. Gore to Chan, comes forward, makes it a full toss. Can she get through the infield? A little misfield. Came off the shoe, so they will get the single. And it's gone straight through. First wicket falls. Vanessa So's got to go. And Craigengower 13 for 1. Moves across the stumps. Goes for the cross bat. Goes straight through. Rattles the cage. And first wicket falls for Craigengower, and Lantau get a big breakthrough early after that expensive first over. New batter to the crease, Fatima Amir for Craigengower. Watchful off the first delivery, pushes it out to point. And a dot. Ends a very successful over for Lantau. Just the 2 runs coming from it and the wicket of Vanessa So. After 2, Craigengowar Cricket Club Premier are 14 for 1. Carrie Chan on strike. Going to continue from the Argyle Street end and continues how she started the first over, pushing it down leg for a wide. Round the wicket. Good length, gets through. Oh, that was a good delivery. Played over the top of that one, Carrie Chan. So at the end of the last over, after being expensive, started to get the line and length right. And that one there just going past the leg stump. Oh, it's a full toss this time. Absolutely crunched over the infield. Another boundary in the books for Carrie Chan. Second time, given the full toss and takes full advantage and making a fool of the commentator. He said with these big boundaries we wouldn't see too many. Didn't factor in the Carrie Chan factor. Look at that, crunched, clears the infield and shortish boundary down towards Argyle Street. More runs, sweeper out there, a lot of work to do, over the top, back-to-back boundaries for Carrie Chan. Hitting it sweetly out of the middle. Watch the replay. This one's not a full toss, but it didn't matter. It didn't matter that they had the sweeper out there as well because it went straight through. Chan, 19 off 11. Back over the wicket now. That's a full toss. That could be a no ball. In fact, yes it is. Arms out already. It's cleared the infield. It won't make the rope this time. They get back for 2. Carrie Chan will have a free hit over the waist. No ball called by umpire Aftab Ahmed at square leg. Now umpire Aftab's having a little chat to Carrie Chan, perhaps where she's running between the crease. Over the wicket again, free hit, gets away with it, probably just the single. Yes, gets through safely. Fatima Amir back on strike, yet to get off the mark. 2 balls remaining in the third. Craigengowar going at over 9 and over at the moment with 2 balls remaining. Unik in again, and a good delivery this time to the new batter. This one shorter, moves into the body, so whips around behind square. They do have protection, that short leg on the circle. So just a single to finish off the third over. Craig Gower 28 for 1. Mahekti Kaur to continue from the softball ground end. A successful first over. Getting the wicket of Vanessa So. Amir on strike. Looking to get off the mark. Floats this one up. Driven. Bit of bottom hand, but keeps it along the ground. 2 bounces. Can't beat the infield. Gets a dot. You can see quite a few of the players out there in the long sleeves and the hoodies. It's not warm this morning in Hong Kong, certainly in the commentary position. That one's been lofted straight. Can it make it all the way down to the ropes? It's not going to get cut off. If it gets there, it's 4, and it is. Another boundary in the books. Huge hitting from Craig Gower. Long boundary down to the softball ground end, but no problems to get off the mark, or get a boundary, I should say. She got off the mark last over with a single. Gave herself some room there. Hit it straight back over the top. Wide-ish mid-on and mid-off. Could not cut that one off. This time just comes forward, watchful, keeps it along the ground. Gets the dot. Already got the boundary this over, so... Goes big over the top of the infield again. This one should race away to the long rope this time. Does it get there? It might have just, yes, just trickles into the ropes for another boundary. Good stroke. Trickles into the rope, but they all count. That one's another boundary. Dot ball. Already 8 from it. Craig Gower still going at that 9 and over mark inside the power play. Short, outside off, gets a big thick outside edge on that one. They'll get through for a single. Amir will keep the strike, and after 4 overs, Craig Gower 37 for 1. A great diving effort, backhand flick. We'll run through the Lantau team now. Captain today, Alishba Kanwal. Bibi Khadija. Carleen Calizzo. Bowler of the first over, Gakumo Gore. Alicia Hassan. Janie Tagaro. Wicketkeeper today for Lantau will be Joylene Girl. Deep Kaur, who bowled from the softball ground end, got a wicket. Ansar Khan. Shamiza Mir, and finally Humza Nawaz. Got a full 11 in the side today. Change in bowling, and the captain's going to bring herself on from the Argyle Street end as the church bells peal behind us. Alishba Kanwal starts with a loosener, looks back, hoping not to see the arms of umpire John Prakash, but out they went. Another extra. Badr Amir on strike, going at a strike rate of 100 for her 10. Being outdone at the non-strikers end. We haven't seen her on strike for a while. Carrie Chan, 22 off 13, 3 fours, going at a strike rate of 169. Short outside off again, and called wide again. Full this time. Almost hits Carrie Chan on the way back, but no run. No damage done. Picked up by the opening bowler, Nuni. Struggled from this end to start with. Tough end to bowl from, the shorter boundaries down towards our commentary position and the sight screen. Oh, got a big edge. I think there was a chance of a catch there as it dribbled through. Good comeback deliveries from the captain after starting with a couple of looseners that were wide. Short. Punch behind square. There's going to be more runs here. Should be cut off just inside the rope. And a long boundary. They come back for 2. Will they think about 3? Yes, Carrie Chan says, I'm going to run on that arm. And she gets through and back down on strike. 3 runs. Halfway through the 5th. 42 on the board already. Been talking on the 8 for 52 podcast about who's the chances of taking the Premier League title this year for the women's. We narrowed it down to 3 teams. HK CCC, who had a big win over Lantau last week. Diasqua Little So On, who had a huge win over KCC. And also this team in purple. Craigengau Cricket Club Premier. So far, they're looking the goods. That'll be a wide down leg. Not adjusting to the left-hander. It's a power pack team for Craigengau. Many names you've heard before. Even some that aren't even playing today. Likes of Pool Toes not in the side. Haley Loy. Full gets down to sweep it. Hits it straight to the fielder though, so no run. Onto the pads, keeps this one square, so gets past that mid-wicket fielder. The deep square will have to clean up. They do keep it to a single. That deep square sweeper out on the ropes is the only one I can see outside the circle for Lantau. Everyone else inside. And making an adjustment for the right-hander, bringing that deep square fielder back into point. And the previous point fielder going back out to deep square for the right-handed Fatima Amir. Short, that'll be a wide. Still have one more ball remaining in the 5th. Still an over to go in the power play. Oh, big thick edge on that one too. Runs down through. Second slip really. It keeps running, it keeps running. Just pulls up on that long boundary. They get back for 2 to finish off the 5th. Craigengau Premier, 47 for 1. Have a quick look at that first wicket to fall for Craigengau. Vanessa So tried to smash it outside the leg. It's through mid-wicket really. This is the replay here. Floats it up. It's not the replay at all. Anyway, back live. The joys of live broadcast. Cut away, but straight to point. was a bit of excitement as they thought perhaps there might be a run-out chance, but Fatima got back. Of course, that was in the replay. Fatima Amir on strike, not Vanessa. So we'll try next over, see what we can get. If not, we'll find it during the drinks break after 10 overs. Comes down the wicket, crunches it straight. Nobody down there. Is it going to go all the way to the boundary for a 4th 4 for Carrie? No. Long boundary, so it just pulls up. Hit it well enough, but it's just too long a boundary. Let's see, it had stopped by the time any fielder could get there. So they're going to make some adjustments. They're not going to move outside the circle, but they have moved mid-off incredibly straight. You can see at the top of screen. Try to stop that punch shot down. Looks like she's floating outside the circle now. So we go on the leg side, work to do for that sweeper. No, cannot cut it off. There is Carrie Chan's 4th 4. She moves to 29. That 4 brings up the 50 for Kragengower. Watch on the replay. Went straight the ball before. This time got the full toss, came to the fall of the ball. Had the sweeper in place, but not even some fancy footwork could cut that one off. Hitting it well out of the middle at the moment. Carrie Chan. The adjustment again, round the wicket to the left-hander. Outside off, that mid-off that was pushed outside the circle. We'll cut it off, keep it to a single. Amir back on strike. 2 balls remaining in the 6th. She's on 15 off 14. Now 15 off 15 with a dot ball. Oh, and that one stayed just a little bit low. Gets through with a dot ball. Does end the 6th over and the power play. Trying to punch that one through the offside, went under the bat. All right, let's see if this is the replay of the wicket. Well, it's a good start. Vanessa So's the pitcher, number 12. Here's the delivery. Floats it in there, plays straight over the top of it, middle and leg. Good as you like, first wicket. It's been some tough times since then. First wicket falling at 14. They've put 40 runs on. They're going to put another 4 in the books for Carrie Chan. That's into the ropes. Absolutely smoked it. Got the full toss. That's her 5th 4 of the day. One adjustment the Lantau bowlers have not made yet is Carrie Chan is coming forward. She's coming down, making sure she gets it on the full. That's full as well. That's over the waist height. That's a no ball to start with. How much more is it going to be on the books? Going to get back for 2. Carrie will keep the strike and get the free hit coming up. Been 2 full from Lantau so far. No adjustments in the field allowed. Got away with the last no ball. Carrie Chan got delivered. She didn't get a run off it. That's a good delivery. They will get through for a quick single though. That's the delivery she needs to be bowling. Kanawal, the captain. Safely home, as you can see. Very quick between the wickets. That's a full toss, swept away. That's going to be a boundary as well. Don't bother chasing that one down. That's going all the way to the ropes, and Fatima gets in with another boundary. That's her 3rd. Big runs and a 50-run partnership now up between these two. They brought up the 50 runs for Craig and Gower with a 4, and they bring up the 50 partnership with a 4. 52 runs off just 31 deliveries, including 7 boundaries. Powerful hitting. Baptism of fire for the new team promoted into the Premier League this year, Lantau. It's going to be a wide. It's just all getting out of shape now for Kanawal, the captain. Yet to remove the hoodie. It is very cold. That's a better delivery. Angling it into the body. Full. Keeps it under waist tight this time. They hit it straight to square leg, but get through for a single. Carrie Chan will face the final delivery of the 7th. Full crunch straight back to the bowler. That's going, oh, thought that was going through to the ropes, but gets the foot down. It's the wicket taker. A heck deep gore. Wasn't going to get the hands down in time, so got the foot in the way and kept it down to a single after 7. Craig and Gower Premier 69 for 1. Good partnership between these two. As we said, brought up the 50-run partnership, now up to 55. Carrie Chan keeping the strike, 38 off 23 now. And it's another extra in the books. Maheki Goy stopped that 4 last over, bowling her final over. She's bowled 3 already. Oh, good delivery. Had to be watchful there, Chan. Make sure it didn't get through the gate like it did to Vanessa So. So those kind of deliveries that have been few and far between this morning for Lantau. This one trying to pick the gap, gets an ugly bounce off the AstroTurf, gets through the infield. If that goes all the way for 4, that is absolutely brilliantly hit, but it just pulls up because there was hands on it. I think they've just run 4. Get confirmation on that. I was watching the ball out in the outfield, but they have run 4. That is spectacular running. Long boundary, sure, but 4 all run you don't see very often. Well done. These two out in the middle for Craig and Gower. Tries it again. This time gets down and keeps it to a single. Good backing up also, making sure there's no more runs. Amir back on strike. She just pushes it back. Good delivery. Two balls remaining. 6 off the over so far. That one's lofted over the infield, going a long way back. It might plug. It's given a lot of loft, so I'm not sure it's going to make it all the way to the ropes. They've got 2 already. They're going to push again on the arm. Get back for 3. Good running again. Eight runs this over so far off the bat, all run. Still 1 ball left. This one's crunched on. This one's not going to have to be run out, I don't think. I think that going all the way to the ropes, is it? Yes, it is. 4 to finish a big over for Craig Gower. They're now 82 for 1, going at 10.25 and over. This one too short from Gore. Gave Carrie Chan plenty of time to have a look at it. Form she's in. Can't give her that much time and space. Partnership now 68 off 40. And that's the end of Heck Deep Gore's bowling today. Got the breakthrough early. 4 overs, 1 for 31. Considering how many runs came off that previous over, 13. Been pretty tidy before that. Changing bowling from the Argyle Street end. Halisha Hassan coming on. Amir on strike on 23. Full to start with, but it drops. Good delivery. Floated it up there. Also refusing to remove the jacket, the hoodie. Too cold out there, even the bowling. Keeping the hat on as well. Oh, that's a good delivery. How did that not hit the stumps? Got an inside edge. Just the single. Good start from Hassan. Watching the replay on this one. Oh, that go over the top of middle. Very unlucky not to get the breakthrough. Amir survives, gets down the non-striker's end. Carrie Chan on strike, 47. That is well off the pitch. Decision on what it's going to be called. Some discussion if it's wide of the pitch. Was it a no ball? I think it might be. The discussion was it swung so wildly outside. Was it going to land off the pitch? Eventually the decision was, I believe, yes. It was called wide in the end, as was that one. Okay, I just got some clarification on that rule. That's crunched hard. Is it going to get cut off? It's not. What a way to bring up your 50. Round of the ropes for 4. Carrie Chan, 51. Just 28 deliveries, 7 fours, strike rate of 182. Powerful display to bring up the 50. Gets a round of applause from the dugout, raises the bat, rightly so. Opening the batting for Craig Gower today, and has just been in scintillating form. That's a full toss. That could go anywhere. That could actually be out if somebody gets underneath it. Oh, it's just gone into the gap. Bit of a miss hit. Get away with that one after making the 50. Watch there. Just lost sight of it. Got a hand in the end. Have to put it in the books as a chance. Well, definitely a chance. It was 2 fielders converging. Dropped on 51. Amir, who survived as well this over. Another inside edge. Trying to hit it straight and goes out to square leg. One ball remaining in the ninth, still going at over 10 and over. Craigengower could be a massive total. The way Carrie Chan's going, she didn't get any problems with that one. That's going to be another boundary. The 8th four for Carrie Chan. She moves to 56 after 9 overs. Craigengower 95 for 1. So getting some clarification on why that ball was a wide, even though it was well off the pitch. We believe, we're looking up the rule books, but because it was a full toss and didn't land before it passed the batting crease, it was a wide. Had it bounced, it would be a no ball. Interesting little vagary, as cricket does. One's hit just behind point, bit of spin on it. Short third picks it up very quickly, so they get back for 2. The opening bowler for Lantau back into the attack. I've been handed the rule book. I'll get to that later. Dot ball. So rule 21.7 says it bounces more than once or rolls along the ground before it reaches the proper crease. Now we know that one. Watch this delivery. Full on leg, swept away, good runs. It should go all the way to the ropes as well. Another boundary. Fatima Amir got a life last over. Continues on her merry way. She moves to 31. That's her 4th 4. Watch the replay on this one. It's full, going around the wicket on the legs, on the pads, whipped it away beautifully. Everybody inside the circle still. The only player they have outside the circle is that deep point, which is odd. Now they've pushed a backward square floating between the rope and circle. That's a better delivery. It's the dot. And that was the 100 up with that boundary. They're bringing up all the milestones. Brought up the 50 runs with a 4, brought up the 50 partnership with a 4, brought up the 100 with a 4. Oh, gets a nick, but it bounces before the keeper. One ball remaining before the drinks break, and I'll explain the rules in the drinks break. As always, it's long and complicated. And dot ball to finish off with. Pretty tidy the way it's going. Only the 6 runs coming from it after 10. Craigengower bring up the century. They're 101 for 1. We're going to have a quick drinks break. On the other side of the break, I'll get the rule book out and tell you all about a full toss offside of the pitch. Join us in a couple of minutes' time. Welcome back to Ting Kwong Road Recreation Ground for this Cricket Hong Kong Women's Premier League T20 match. It's Craigengowrie Cricket Club Premier versus Lantau Premier. Aaron Bush with you. As we were discussing before the drinks break about that full toss off the pitch. Why was it not a no ball and it was called wide? Well, here's the rules, 21.7. We said that if it bounces more than once or rolls along the ground before it reaches the propping crease, or pitches wholly or partially off the pitch as defined in Law 6.1 area of pitch before it reaches the line of the striker's wicket. So that would be a no ball if it had bounced inside the crease, but because it was a full toss outside of the pitch, it was a wide. There you go. Things you learn when you're listening to the Cricket Hong Kong broadcast. Now we're going to have a change in keeper when we come back out. Jolene Kerr is going to have some time in the field or some time off. Mahekdeep Kaur, who's bowled her 4 overs, is now going to do some keeping work as well. Meanwhile, out in the middle, you can see the match summary. Carrie Chan brought up her 50 in style, hitting a 4. Then on 51 should have been out. Miscatch in the field. She survived. She moved to 56. And the partnership between Carrie Chan and Fatima Amir now up to 87 off 52 deliveries. These two stay out here. Craigengowrie are on track for 200. Hong Kong Cricket Club last week scored 170. We thought that was a big score. These two with the powerful hitting have hit 12 boundaries between them. Fatima Amir going at a strike rate of 103, and Carrie Chan going at 187. That's quite the clip. Very T20. The experience of the Hong Kong China captain showing. Almost finished with the drinks break. Players getting back in position. Alicia Hassan will continue. Unlucky not to get both of these out in her first over. Big thick inside edge from Fatima Amir that bounced over stumps, and then Carrie Chan popped one up in the air. Bit of confusion between the fielders, didn't get there in the time. Dropped safely, survives. Slight delay. The new keeper, Mahekdeep Kaur, forgot the helmet. That's been run out. No 12th player for Lantau today, so Charlene Calizzo had to go run off, grab the helmet. Mahek's got the helmet on now, just waiting to do it up, put the gloves back on, and we can get underway for the second half of this first innings. Remember Lantau, if you're just joining us, Lantau won the toss, selected to bowl. Got a wicket early, wicket falling at 14, that of Vanessa So, opening with Carrie Chan, but coming in at number 3, Fatima Amir has done a great job supporting the opener. Underway, around the wicket. Room on the offside. Can it get through the infield? Yes, it can. Put in another boundary. Chan just smashing them everywhere now. 9 fours in her 60. Short and loose from Hassan. You saw that with the other bowlers as well. If you give Carrie Chan that much time to watch the ball onto the blade, it's going to get crunched. They've got a deep square leg out. They've got long on as well. That's a massive full toss, no ball. And that long on I was talking about will keep it to a single. It's like the captain herself has put herself down in the danger zone at long on. Free hit coming up, but as they switched, and got the run. Fielders can change position. They have not. Amir gets the free hit. Gets down leg side. Will re-bowl the free hit. The wide goes in the books. That one's lofted onto the leg side. They didn't move the long on, kept it at long off. They will get a 4. Kept the positions in the same spot. Should have moved from the left-handers long on, the captain, to the right-handed long on. Didn't, and so they get a boundary. She's staying at long off. Very, very straight long off it is. Almost behind the bowler's arm. That's going down leg full toss. Oh, got away with it, but it is a wide. Fatima practicing that shot again. Knows that should have been dispatched through square leg for 4. That one's outside off, just stays inside the tram lines, gets the dot. Still only halfway through this over. 6 deliveries bowled, 3 legal deliveries remaining. Yeah, that's a nice delivery. Eased onto the offside for just the single. News, my watch just tells me the cold weather warning in Hong Kong has been cancelled. It's nice for the people sitting in the Hong Kong Observatory, probably with the heater on, because it's still very cold down here at Ting Kwong Road Recreation Ground. That one's crunched. Oh, that's come off the shin. Bit of shin fielding. So they'll get back for 2. Big ricochet. Yep, straight off the shin, kicks it forward. It was a nice soccer pass. I'm playing cricket today, so cost an extra run. 1 ball remaining in the 11th. Another good one for Craig Gower so far. Chan comes down, got the spin, got a big edge. Chopped it through gully region, but Gully was right back on the circle, so survives, gets a single to end the 11th. Craig Gower, 117 for 1. As my podcast co-host Matt Botfield would say, this is now known as the Hong Kong. We're not calling it the Manhattan anymore. The Hong Kong for Craig Gower, looking impressive. Apart from that wicket in the 2nd over, it's been all Craig Gower. And that last over was the best of the lot. And that's the switch. Jolene Gore, who kept for the first 10 overs, will now bowl from the softball ground end. Room again, but can't beat the infield this time, Chan. It's good fielding out there as the ball kicked up off the AstroTurf pitch. Could have easily bounced and bobbled away, but keeps it to 1. That one's well outside the off stump, called wide. Over the wicket. It stayed a little low, but got good bat on it. And this running between the 2 Craig Gower batters has been really good. It's gone straight to the field, but they're chancing the run on the arm. And they're spreading the field very wide now for Carrie Chan. They've put a backward square leg out on the ropes. That was a good delivery in the end. deceived. Chan thought perhaps it was coming back into it, but Chan just yelling out to somebody there. Comes down the wicket this time, but has to just ease it behind point. Get through for the single. Tidy so far from Jolene. Craig and Gower going at over 10s, 4 or 5 or 6 and overs. Not a bad result for Lantau. It's already going to be a massive total no matter what. They can keep the damage limitation with balls like that. Dot balls invaluable. Give themselves a chance. Chase down whatever total Craig and Gower finish up on. 8.1 overs remaining. The weather is ripped up to 15.3 degrees. And get through for a single. It was a very tidy over in the end for Lantau and Joylene Gore. 5 coming from it after 12. Craig and Gower 122 for 1, and good news for people like Botters. I was talking about him, the podcast host. His pigeons are in. Let's see if we get the pigeons. They're hiding out there at backward square leg at the moment. There's our pigeons. They're in early. They don't mind the cold. Haven't gone in yet to their nice little position where they like to get in the way of the bowler. Staying in the outfield nicely as we continue. It's a single. Breeze and a gust blows across Ting Kwong Road. And just guides it behind point. They had a fielder there, little fumble, but just a single. Pegging it back nicely since the drinks break. The last over in a bit at least. That first over after drinks was the biggest of the innings, but that first over from Jolene has been followed up by Hassan this time, starting with the dots and the singles. Just the singles so far, 3 in a row now. Finishes off this over. Should be very happy with that. First 2.5 overs have gone for 32, you see on screen. And that's a no ball overstep. Oh no, hit the stumps. Bowling. Some interesting rules being interpreted today for umpire John Prakash at this end. Watch a replay on why it was a no ball, but as far as I can tell, either with the hand or the leg, has managed to hit the stumps. Yeah, it's with a leg or backhand, the left hand maybe. Free hit. Crunched. That's big over the top of the infield. Put that one in the books as another boundary to Carrie Chan. Smashed it. She goes to 71. And what was a very nice over is getting a little messy towards the end. Previous ball blocked, the camera was blocked by the umpire, but I think the left hand during the follow through has come back and clipped the stumps to give that no ball. That one is going to be wide, just wide. That one there did pitch in front of the propping crease. Almost went off the pitch. Just getting out of whack at the moment, and Carrie Chan's going to have a chat to umpire Aftab Ahmed to ask about how many players were outside the circle. One player, while the umpires are discussing, has sneaked back inside the circle. Whatever it is, the umpires are happy. We can continue. 2 balls remaining in the 13th. That's going down leg. That's going a crunch behind square. Will it get cut off? It will. That sweeper again. Plenty of work to do. Couldn't get it quite fine enough. Just gets through for 2. That's on the leg side as well. Doesn't get all of it. Hits it straight through square leg. Gets a single to end the over. 12 coming from it. What started out nicely ended in a bit of a mess, and after 13, Craigengower 134 for 1. The discussions continuing between Carrie Chan and now umpire John Prakash. There's the Manhattan. What was just 3 singles to start with, ended up being another 12 in the books, keeping that run rate above 10 for Craigengower. Still on track for 200. The Wasp projector says 184. Current run rate, get them to 206. That is hit hard straight. Long boundary down to softball, but it gets there. Go check how many boundaries now for Carrie Chan. Look at that. Brave bowler to make sure you get your hands on that one, because they'll be strapped up afterwards. Jolene couldn't get there anyway. Another boundary for Chan. Oh, and that was almost a stumping chance. I'm not sure Mahekdeep Gore was up to it quick enough. Got away with that one. Chan gives herself some room, and this one is crunched on the onside. One bounce over the rope. That's her 12th boundary. She moves to 82 off 45 deliveries. Watch this one. You'll see Chan shuffles across. Gives herself room, opens it all up, and then bang. They had the sweeper out there at deep square leg. Didn't matter. One bounce over the rope for 4. And again, this one will be picked up by that deep square sweeper. Just the single. Two balls remaining in the 14th. Jolene puts that one well outside off, wide. 10 off the over so far. 2 balls remaining. 16's the biggest over we've seen in the Hong Kong, aka the Manhattan. That one's a better delivery. I'll just get through for the single. 1 ball left in the 14th. Creeping towards the 150 mark, Craigengower. Just doing the sums in my head. This partnership's now 131. We saw Chan last time shuffle across, give herself some room. Is she going to try the same as Jolene goes around? She does give herself room, tries to swat it on the leg side. Just punches it straight to mid-on for a single. Good running still. She moves towards the century mark, up to 84 now, and 14 overs done. Craigengower 146 for 1. And even with the cold weather, you see lots of snow jackets. Good to see a crowd in watching this Cricket Hong Kong Women's Premier League T20 match. It's Craigengower Cricket Club Premier versus Lantau. Braving the weather. Hopefully it warms up a little bit more. We're all a bit cold this morning. Plenty of watching coming down to watch, even the youngsters. That's good to see. Oh, we're going to have a change in cap to a helmet for Carrie Chan. Change of bowling from the Argyle Street end. Janie Tagaro coming into the attack. Helmet required for Carrie Chan. 6 overs remain. Wasps now says 190. I think it'll be bigger than that if these two stay out in the middle for Craig and Gow. Wide to start with. Seen a bit of that today. Push deep square leg back. Well, square leg back to deep on the ropes. That one's not going to matter. It's going to go well over the top of everyone. 1 bounce, 2 bounces, rolls into the rope for another boundary. I'm losing count. Carrie Chan now 13 fours in her 88. Still going at a strike rate of 183. Watch this power hitting. Inside the leg stump. Gives herself room now. Lantau ball chasing. The captain's gone back to that position at a wide long on. They've still got the deep square leg, but they've got a big paddock out towards deep mid-wicket. And that's exactly where that heads. That sweeper will get around from square. They'll get back for 2. Carrie Chan moves into the 90s. I don't think there's going to be any doubt if Carrie Chan's still out there in an over or 2, she's going to bring up her century. 150 up as well with that previous boundary, another milestone. It's just what does Lantau do to restrict the damage at the moment? Crunched hard, but goes through one fielder. That position where the captain Carnwell moved herself to, stops it. Young Bibi Khadija there went straight through her hands and it's still stinging. That's how hard it was hit from Carrie Chan. Fatima on strike now. They're going to get a wide plus at least 1 more. Doesn't look like Carrie's interested in a second. Just trots down. Take the strike. Halfway through the 15th. First over from Tagaro, already gone for 10. Comes down the wicket. Big top hits. This could be a chance of getting underneath it and takes the wicket. Carrie Chan has to go on 91 and the second wicket falls for Craig and Gow. They're 156 for 2. End of a massive innings. What a bat from Carrie Chan. 91 off 50 deliveries. 51 in the end. 91 off 51. 13 fours, but it eventually holds out. Very happy and relieved. Joylene Kerr taking the catch there. Carrie having a chat to the incoming batter. Amanda Chung coming to the crease. And their team already in a commanding position. So the pressure relieved from the number 4. 5.2 overs left. Well, after going for 10 off the first 3 legal deliveries, Janie Tagaro gets the massive wicket of Carrie Chan. It's 2 down now. Amanda Chung comes to the crease. It'll be a relief to the 11 Lantau Premier players out there that Carrie Chan is back in the sheds. It's a big rank full toss. And that's a wide, because I think the same rule's been invoked there, that it was so full, it didn't bounce before the batting crease. Yeah, all sorts of action coming from this Argyle Street end today. Keep that MCC rule book out, Sachin. Might need it again. Back-to-back wides, gets the wicket, and then all of a sudden, spraying them. Left-hander replacing a left-hander. Amanda Chung coming out. Deep square legs just come back inside the circle now, next to the square leg umpire. And that one in the books as a dot. No, in the end, it was a wide. Belated call there from umpire Prakash. There's still 2 legal deliveries left to this over. It's got a wicket and 13 runs. It's all going on. Well, it's 4 wides in a row. Just to get her line sorted here, Janie Tagaro. That one's better. Bat on ball, and first runs off the bat for Amanda Chung. One legal delivery left of the 15th. That's crunched in the air. Could be a catch as well. Oh, bobble drop. That might be costly with 5 overs remaining. Charlene Calizzo there. Went straight to her, basically. Bit of run to the left. Bobbles. Smacks her hand. Not happy with it. Fair enough. Need to take those ones. Fatima Amir gets another life. And after 15, Craigenauer are 161 for 2. Plenty going on. 15 runs coming from that over, but also the big wicket of Carrie Chan out for 91. 5 overs remain. Where can CCC Premier get to from here? Jolene Gore to continue from the softball ground end. 2 overs, none for 17 so far. Amir on strike, got a life last over. Plays over the top of that one. Valuable rare dot ball in the books for Lantau. They need that as we get into the death overs. And they're going to push hard. Good running. Amanda Chung took off quickly. Gets down to the striker's end. I can see the captain for Craigenauer Premier, Dorothea Chan, warming up. So she might be next to come in at number 5, if needed. These 2 out there. At the moment, Amanda Chung on 2. Fatima. Amanda Chung. This watchful, another dot ball. This is a good over. That was that big wicket they needed. Carrie Chan was dispatching it all over the park. Just get that wicket and all of a sudden peg it back a little bit. As I said last week, Hong Kong Cricket Club put on 170 against Lantau. Looks like Craig and Gow is going to go bigger than that. That's going to be a wide down leg. Wide plus 1. No, wide plus 2. And there it is, the signal. Just waiting to see how many they ran. Wide plus 2. That's a good delivery. Sort of cross-batted to a wide mid-on. A good running gets through for a single. Really slowed up the runs now. 5 runs off this over so far, but 3 of them in extras. But the big hitting, Fatimura Mir back on strike. Leaves it alone, gets the extra in the books. Look back at this game, Lantau, if they watch the review, extras are killing them at the moment. Haven't finished the 16th, already 31 in the books. Comes down, punches it straight to mid-on. Misfield by mid-on though, so there's at least 2 in it. I think if Carrie Chan was out there, they would run on the arm, but keep it to 2. Getting a little loose and sloppy in the field at the moment, Lantau. Ball's going straight to them, but going straight through them. Leaking more runs. There's that 170 mark HKCC got to last week against Lantau. And a dot ball to finish off the 16th. Well, I say that's the end of the over, but I think the umpire says there's one to come. No. Does end of the over. There we go. Slowly strolls away. And after 16, 4 overs remain. Craig and Gow 170 for 2. The computer now projecting 201. I think it'll depend on what Amir does, whether that extra 30 runs gets put on. Chung just dealing in singles at the moment. She's on strike. And the captain's brought herself back into the attack, starting with another extra. She's still got 2 overs left, so it looks like she's going to bowl the death overs from Argyle Street End. 2 overs, none for 26 so far. Another breeze blows across Ting Kwong Road. Makes us all a bit chilly. Waited on that one, just pushing it out to cover. Looking to run on the overthrow, but well backed up, so. Say some of these big hits that have gone through the fielders. I tell you what, if I've been standing out there for 15 overs, with my hands not covered in gloves, that really sting in this cool, cold weather. And that's cricket. Sometimes you've just got to put the body on the line. That's a good dot ball. Fatima just 5 away from her half century now. Carrie Chan 91. Trying to join the half century marks. Carrie would be a bit upset she didn't make it to the century. Falling 9 runs short. Oh, that one got through. Good delivery. Have a look at the replay on this one. How far away was that from the off stump? Oh, not far away. Shaping a little bit away. Didn't get the edge either. If you like that one. The captain. Pushes that one a bit further outside off and keeps it to a dot ball. Captain Alish Bakanwal. Good couple of deliveries, 3 dot balls in a row. Almost got the edge, nearing the off stump. Comes in again. This time, toe of the bat, straight to mid-wicket, but gets through for a single, moves to 46. I'd go out on a limb and suggest with 3 runs coming from this over, if she can get away with a dot or a 1, this will be very close to the best over. I think that second over just went for a couple. Got the wicket, but since then, it's been all Craigengower. Crunch straight back to the bowler. It is a dot ball. Very tidy over for the 17th. Craigengower 173 for 2. There's the Manhattan. Yeah, second best over. 3 runs coming from it. Just 2 in that second over and a wicket. Jolene Kerr to continue the final over for her from the softball ground end. So one other is going to have to bowl from that down there. 3 overs so far, none for 25. In the air, but picks the gap between a wideish mid-wicket and goes a long way down to that very long boundary. Pulls up just inside the ropes. Could have gone for 3 there, but just eased up and kept it to 2. I think Fatima will be happy with that. Wants to retain strike, bring up that half century. Moves to 48. Eases that one on the offside. It'll be 1 at least. Fielding with the feet again. Pet hate. Not of mine particularly, but certain other commentators, including Bodders, not a fan. Chung back on strike, just the 3 so far, playing the supporting role. Waits on that one and keeps it quite fine, but picks a gap with the spin, and they're going to come back for 2. Really late on that one, Amanda Chung, so it went well behind point and picked a gap. Young fielder there, Bibi Khadija, didn't pick the spin because of course it came off the outside edge of the bat, so of course hits the ground, it's going to spin away from you between that gap. She didn't pick that one, so it rolled on for an extra. So they got 2. That one's started on leg, but came back in, and well played by Chung. That's going to go all the way to the boundary for 4, I think. Yes, it is. Her first boundary, and gets a big cheer from the CCC dugout. Keeping the runs ticking over, keeping it above 10 and over. Combination of good hitting and plenty of extras in the book. And then the ball chasing fielding comes again. They've pushed the deep square back to the rope. From that, everyone sort of in or on the circle. Oh, that's a big appeal. Yes, the nod hits the boundary, then gets wrapped on the pads and the wicket falls. Amanda Chung's got to go for 9. Craigengower are now 182 for 3. I don't think that was a very difficult decision there from umpire Aftab Ahmed. Chung just shuffled across in front of his stumps. That was one of the easiest decisions he'll ever likely make. 3rd wicket falls. Jolene gets her first wicket coming to the crease. As I said, it will be the captain, Dorothea Chan, coming in at number 5. She's got 2.1 overs remaining. The team at 182. Talk about not having any stress when you come out to bat. Your team's already got the highest score of the CHK Women's Premier League T20 so far. Oh, thinks about it, gets a dot to finish with. 9 runs coming from the over, but also a wicket after 18. 2 overs remain. Craig and Gower, 182 for 3. Carmwell to bowl the final over from the Argyle Street end with Fatima Amir on strike on 49. They're going to run on that one. There was some indecision from Dorothea, but they get through, and that brings up the 50 for Fatima Amir. 50 off 51 deliveries, 5 fours, raises the bat. The second half century for Craig and Gower today. Had a few lives, but survived and got through right to the death. Picks up her half century. Carnwell pushes that one down leg. A little bit of bat on it, I think, from Dorothea, so gets away with it. Not a wide, just a single. Amir comes down the pitch. Has that got enough on it? That's a drop catch. Again, put down, so she survives. They're going to get through for 2 as well to rub salt in the wound. Direct hit probably would have been out as well. Up in the air, eyes on it. That's not the first drop catch to Calizzo today. She's having a great day in the field. And this time it's taken. Now they hold the catch, and that's the end of Fatima Amir. Gets the half century. Then holds out. Drop catch before off Dorothea Chan. This time get the catch, and Fatima, big hugs. Look at that. Very, very happy, and a round of applause for everyone. Gets another wicket, 4 wickets down. Karen Poon coming to the crease now. 9 balls remaining. 200 still a chance, but with the 2 big hitting players of Carrie Chan and Fatima Amir back in the sheds now. Might go up in the 190s. 2 new batters at the crease. Catch to get rid of Fatima Amir was taken by Umza. Oh, full toss, gets away with it. Run on the arm, get through for a single. Short this time, angled in, nice ball. This has gone straight to the fielder. Bit of a bobble throw though in the end. They get through safely. One over left in the first innings. And the ball has been thrown to Gurkamok to bowl from the softball ground end. Open the bowling. Oh, and that's a good delivery first up. Pushed away on the point side. Gets through for a single. Creeping towards the 200 mark. It doesn't really matter. It's a massive total wherever they end. Lantau will just be happy to get away with a few singles to end off the bowling innings after winning the toss and electing to bowl. That's gone down leg, hit hard. Good fielding this time. Just a little bobble. Gets through safely for the single, but definitely saved a boundary there. Hit again down behind square, very fine. Picked the gap between two fielders, almost made it to the ropes in the end, so they get back for two, was it? Didn't push on the arm. Two balls remaining, 194 on the board. Carrie on strike, 4 from 4. 4 from 5, a valuable dot ball, 1 ball remaining in the innings. We'll get into the innings break. On the other side, watch the Lantau run chase, needing a whopping 190 something. Find out after this delivery. Outside off, short, cut hard in the air. I think this will go all the way to the ropes to finish off the innings with a boundary. It's slowing up, but not enough. And there it goes, 4 runs in the books to finish off the 20 overs for Craigengau Premier. 198 for 4. Good way to end the innings. A huge innings for CCC Premier on the back of Carrie Chan opening the batting. 91, a half century to Fatamir Amir. And in the end, a nice little 4 there to push the runs up to 198. Meaning Lantau, who won the toss, put Craigengau into bat, will require 199 runs for victory. There's the CCC batting card. Look at that, 91 at the top of just 51 deliveries. I'll tell you now, in that 91, Carrie Chan hit 13 fours. In the second over, Vanessa So went cheaply. Then Fatamir Amir came out and joined Carrie Chan. Put on a half century herself, 52, including 5 fours. And there at the end, Dorothea Chan, the captain, and Karen Poon putting on a handy little knock to get the score up to 198. We'll have a look at the bowling card for Lantau. Chose to bowl, and it was a tough day out in the field for the Lantau ladies. Just the 4 wickets falling. Mahek the captain, got a wicket. Carnwell, Jolene, a wicket, and also Tagaro getting the huge wicket of Carrie Chan. So there you have it. We're in the innings break. Lantau requiring 199 for victory. Join us on the other side for all the exciting action of the Cricket Hong Kong Women's Premier League T20 Series. Welcome back to Ting Kwong Road Recreation Ground for this Cricket Hong Kong Women's T20 Premier League match. Aaron Bush with you. It is CCC, Craigengower Cricket Club Premier versus Lantau. Lantau won the toss. They elected to bowl. I'm not sure what sort of a decision it was in the end. 198 on the board for Craigengower. Huge total. Biggest one of the season so far. 199 required for victory. Waiting for the batters from Lantau to come out. Shemaiza Mir coming out to bat. Charlie Calizzo also out in the middle. Karen Poon with ball in hand, you can see on screen from the Argyle Street end. First time we've seen, from the softball ground end actually. I've just looked up and she's down the other end. Normally see the bowling opening from the Argyle Street end, so you don't have to bowl the 20th, but defending 198 shouldn't be too much of a problem for this side. The first time we've seen Craigengower this year. And Karen Poon get things underway. Cross the pads, pushes it onto the leg side, starts with a dot. Pushes this one wide, stayed low, but also wide. First runs in the books for Lantau ladies. Batted 19 overs last week. They only had the 9 players, so all out after 8 wickets, 79 for 8. Full side today. They'll need more than 78 to get victory against CCC. Full toss, wrapped on the pads. Going down leg, perhaps. Watch on the replay. Oh, it might be outside off, actually. Live view from the commentary position, obscured by the wicket keeper. And today is Almira Leung for CCC. That one's on the pads, runs off the bat. First runs today. Brings Charlene Calizzo on strike. Didn't have a great day in the field. Couple of drop catches at mid-on. Now plenty of work to do with the bat. Oh, big top edge. This could be a chance. 2-3. Carrie Chan just says, out of my way, I'm going to take this catch. And the first wicket falls for Lantau. Calizzo out for a duck, and they're 2 for 1. It was 3 or 4 players from Craigengower converging on the ball. One said, out of the way, I've got this catch. Running backwards, there it is. Easy peasy. Makes it look easy. It wasn't easy at all. Over the top of the head, running back, but no problems for the Hong Kong China captain, Carrie Chan. Already got 91 with the bat and ends up getting involved in the first wicket as well. Coming to the crease very early inside the first over, Joylan Kerr. 2 balls remaining. Karen Poon who gets her first wicket. Mentioned earlier, we've been discussing on the 8 for 52 podcast about which teams are going to threaten for the championship. And this Craigengower, the name came up. We hadn't seen them this year, as they had the bye last week, but showing what they can do already with the bat, and now with the ball in the first over, getting a wicket. Plenty of Hong Kong China players and also those just on the outside of the team, like Carrie Chan, training in the national setup. Oh, that's a brilliant delivery. Yorker length. 2 dot balls to finish the first over. Lantau ladies 2 for 1. I think Carrie Chan's now going to have a bowl from the Argyle Street end as well. She's already got a catch, already got 91 runs, and now going to roll over the left arm and pick up a few wickets, I would suggest. Always does, even in the internationals. Leads by example as the captain. Starts with a dot. Shamai Zamir on strike. That one going to be straight to the fielder. Chancing it. A direct hit. Very close, but fumbled with the gloves. Myra Leung with the gloves on today. They get through. It's very close. Went straight to square leg. Not sure we'll get enough time to see the replay. We'll have to go back live. And there we are live. Full, floated. Bit of bottom hand as a cross bat. No run. Vanessa So doing the fielding at mid-on. Chan again around the wicket. Bit shorter, gives some room to Jolene, but can't pierce the infield. Keeping it very tidy. Just a single off the first 4. And again, gives herself some room. Chan's looking to maybe get one to skid on, stay a little lower, get through the gate there. As Jolene continues to back away. This time just pushes it again. Just the single off the first over from Carrie Chan. 2 overs done. Lantau 3 for 1. Still requiring another 196 runs for victory. Watching a replay of the wicket during the over break here. Carrie Chan's 4th delivery last over. Big top edge up in the air. Carrie Chan running back gets it live. She's in the action again, Chan. Diving and rolling. Keeps it to a dot. In there in that close fielding position at a short extra cover. A lot of the Craig and Gower players actually well inside the circle. That one strays on leg. It was full, but didn't get all of it. Get through for a single. 5-4 offside field for Carrie Chan. A wide-ish mid-off on the circle and mid-on also. Back. And a short mid-wicket and that short extra cover of Carrie Chan in catching positions. Poon in again. This one wide outside off. Big top edge over the top of the infield. Didn't clear the circle. Going to come back for a second. And that's good running from Lantau Premier. Mir and Kaur out there trying to put a partnership together and get the runs on the board. Lantau, of course, promoted into the Premier League this season at the expense of United Services Recreation Club. One didn't bounce up as high. A bit shorter, but no run. Fuller this time gets through, beats everything. Outside off, bowling with the sunnies on Carripoon. Fuller and straight up, bit of indecision. Good backing up, keeping it to a dot. That's the end of the over, 3 overs done. Lantau 6 for 1. Carrie Chan to continue from the Argyle Street end, just the 1 run coming from her first over. Round the wicket. Beats everything. Drifting it outside the off stump. Full and floating this one. A big peel and the wicket. There it is. Carrie Chan gets her first wicket. The second wicket falls for Lantau. They're 6 for 2. That one there, different ball. Floated it high, then skids on, stays low, wraps the pads. LBW. Easy does it. Yeah, finger went up pretty quick from umpire John Prakash. Mahek Kaur coming to the crease, replacing the wicket of Mir. Discussing at the innings break. There might be a fair chance that player of the match would be Carrie Chan with her 91. And I said, oh, she'll probably go out there and get 3 wickets. And somebody said, oh, someone might get 7 wickets. She's already got 1. And a catch. And 91. And she still has 2.3 overs left. And just watchful there from Mahek Deep. One run off the first over. Just the wicket this over. The rest it's been dots. And the first 10 deliveries from Carrie Chan. Faster, quicker. Pushes it through for another dot. Almost like a medium pacer, that one. See if this one floats up more. A little bit more air, but stayed low. And that's a wicket maiden for Carrie Chan and Kagan Gower Premier after 4. Lantau 6 for 2. The 2 half-century makers are now going to bowl from each end. Carripoon having a rest after 2 overs. Fatimira Mir into the attack after getting a half-century with the bat. Coming on to bowl from the softball ground end. Early call of wide. Umpire Aftab. Eased onto the offside, a quick call of yes, and good running. And push down leg as well, another wide. A few extra runs on the board for Lantau this over. Just one legal delivery so far. Angle again, but this time far too high. Probably also angling down leg. I'll watch the replay. Getting good shape. Yeah, it wasn't too high, but it was definitely going down leg. That one is though. Definitely going down leg, and an extra as well as they scamper through. Getting good angle, good shape from Faramir, but she's just starting it far too much on middle. Just pushes away down leg side. Another extra plus an extra run. 5 so far, and still 4 balls remaining in the 5th. 11:30 church bells ringing in the background. That's the better line. Starting it outside off and angling in. That's whipped away behind, and a misfield means that's going to be the first boundary in the books for Lantau. Straying again on the leg side, whipped away. A misfield in the end meant the short boundary was on. Gloria low there. Just rubbing the hands now, a bit cold, that misfield. Allowed the boundary. Good runs coming from this over. Oh, a bit of bottom hand popped up, but it gets behind point. Again, that angle, just onto the hips, but that one's a dot. Finish off. Good over for Lantau, 10 coming from it. 5 overs done. Lantau 16 for 2, requiring another 183 for victory. Change in bowling from the Argyle Street end. Amanda Chung comes into the attack. Oh, almost popped that up to Carrie Chan, but gets between the fielders. They'll get at least one. They're thinking 2, and they will come back for 2 on the arm of Karen Poon. Chung again to Jolene. That one will be a wide. Chung resets. That one's outside off and it's hit well. Can't beat the infield. There's indecision here. An easy throw would have been a run out, I think, but fortunately it landed at the toes of Chung. Look on the replay. Oh, a direct hit was definitely out. Chance of a run out if Chung had grasped it, but it was at her toes. There's only one stump to aim at there for Karen Poon. Won't get to her this time. Carrie Chan cuts it off, keeps it to a dot. Heck deep core yet to get off the mark, faced 7 deliveries. Tries to ease it for a little tap and run, but no run there at all. Sent back quickly. Oh, there's talk of a run again. Keeps hitting it straight to the fielder. That will be a run out if you try that one. Gets back just in time. String and dot balls now from Amanda Chung, building the pressure as Mahekdeep's now faced 9 deliveries without getting off the mark, getting a little nervy. One ball remaining in the power play. They're going to talk about a run this time. Direct hit again would be very close, but Mahekdeep gets off the mark to end the over with a single. 6 overs done. Lantau 21 for 2. And just safely through. The indecision's the problem between these two. There's a bit nervy between the wickets that over. Well, putting the worm up is a bit of cruel and an unusual punishment for Lantau. See that massive total of 198 from Craig and Gow. Maybe a bridge too far for Lantau. They're out there grinding away, these two. Handy little 15-run partnership now between Jolene and Mahekdeep. Fatima continuing. It's crunched onto the leg side, but the short mid wicket cuts it off. There's the captain in close there, Dorothea Chan doing the work. This one's on the offside, beats the short extra cover, but oh, shy of the stumps again. Be very, very close with a direct hit. Yeah, that was out if it hit. Again, survives. It's down the other end. Jolene going along nicely. 11 of 16, including that 4. Previous over from this end. And this time it looks like the first over was a bit loose from Fatima Amir, but now she's had the loosen up, warmed up. Getting it starting outside off and moving back in. See just top right of screen, the fielder lurking there, waiting for that flick around catch. Gloria Lowe there. That one's in the air. Oh, it's actually landed on the toe. I'll have to watch a replay, see if we got that one on there. I see to lie. I think it's popped up off a boot. That would have been a catch of the century. Pop it up off the boot and grab it. in the end, they get through for a single. Deep back on strike. Winds up. There's going to be runs here. Dorothea Chan's going to have to chase that one down from being well inside the circle all the way down towards the ropes. It won't make it. Probably the longest boundary today off this pitch. Set right across towards Ting Kwong Road. So they just get through for two. We did see in the Craig and Gower batting innings, they hit one out there and ran four. You don't see that every day. We saw a lot going on in that innings, actually. Sort of hit wicket bowling. Sort of ball so wide it was off the pitch, but because it was a full toss, it was a wide, not a no ball. On that one's crunched to mid off. They'll get through for the single. The line's better now from Fatimir Amir, but perhaps a little too short at times. Single to end the over. 7 done. Lantau ladies are 26 for 2. As we creep towards the drinks break at 10 overs. I don't think Carrie Chan's bowling, but she's standing there with the ball in hand. She's going to hand it off to Amanda Chung and have a little chat and how the wicket's going to come. There it is. Over the wicket. Oh, just getting the run up set. She was coming into bowl, but pacing it out. Outside the power play, we've got 3 outside the circle. Deep mid wicket, long on, long off. Nobody there though, so they'll get through for a single. It's popped up in the air and taken. A great catch, and the 3rd wicket falls for Lantau. They're 27 for 3. Fatimir Amir hasn't managed to get a wicket yet, but got a half century. And just like Carrie Chan, who also got a half century, she now has a catch to her name. Amanda Chung has a wicket, and Lantau have lost 3. Joylene is popping it straight up to the short mid wicket. Fatimir Amir, easiest of catches, and Amanda Chung gets a wicket. Coming out to bat for Lantau Premier, it's Alicia Hassan. Jolene trying to smash that one through mid-wicket, but just got it too high, didn't get all of it, popped it up. That great fielding position they've got on both sides. Right there for the catch. They've taken one on the offside and one on the leg side so far. Good field position from Craig and Gower. Amanda Chung, 4 balls remaining in the 8th. That one stayed very low. Seen that occasionally here at Ting Kwong Road. Just some parts of the pitch outside the off line, just doesn't bounce up as high. That one's popped straight up in the air, but going to get away with it. Oh, and there could be a run out now. Oh, there wasn't a lot of attention. I think there's Vesnessa So there coming in off the circle. Unlucky not to get a caught and bowled there, Amanda Chung. Also, a cheeky single could have been a run out, but Hassan gets off the mark. Deep back down on strike. That one beats the outside edge as well. Very tidy over so far. poking at it as it floated past the bat. This one a big thick outside edge. Gets them through safely behind point for a single. Well, and that's the end of the 8th over. A successful one for Craig and Gower. Lantau 29 for 3. Change in bowling from the softball ground end for Craig and Gower. Carrie Chan into the attack. Round the wicket for the left armour. Punched hard on the leg side, picks the gap, work to do. 2 chasing it down, a long way down to that rope. Pull it up just inside the boundary. Get back for a 2. Bit of a chat from the umpire telling the batters to try to avoid running down the pitch. A little short from Carrie Chan to start with, but need to pitch it up a little bit more, like that one. Good ball. Gets the result of a dot. That one's too far outside off. That's a wide. And no ball for a double bounce, I think. Be the call there. Bounced twice before the ball made it down because it didn't get up. It was slow delivery. So free hit coming up for Lantau. Alicia Hassan get the honours. That one's much fuller. That one's a no ball over the waist this time. Another free hit coming up. A little loose from Chan. That's a better delivery. One thing, if she gets it right, the slow delivery, it doesn't bounce high, so might get one to skip through the gate. 3 balls remaining in the 9th. That one's whipped straight to square leg. They're going to run on the arm and get through. Good call. No problems there. That's high in the air. This could be a chance of a catch. And bobbled. 2 chances and it fell out in the end. Oh, that was close. Got to it in time. In the end, just bobbled out. Gets a life. Heck deep moves to 11. That's going to be a no ball. Oh no, it dropped. It is a wide. Out of the hands. I thought that was going to be over the waist, no ball, but it just dropped away. That's a good delivery. Finishes off the ninth. Good one for Lantau as well. 9 runs coming from it. They're 38 for 3. They need another 161 runs for victory. And the Manhattan matched a few of the overs. And of course, the huge hitting of Fatima Amir and Carrie Chan meant that almost 200 put on the board. And change in bowling from the Argyle Street end. Annie Ho coming into the attack. Annie Ho to bowl with Mahek Deep on strike. There's that line outside off with just not a lot of bounce. Starting with the dot, 9 overs done. End of this over, we'll take a drinks break. Lantau doing well. Need to bat out that 20, even if they can't chase down this total, just to get time out in the middle in the Premier League. That's a good delivery. Pushed out onto the offside, another dot. Oh, an inside edge onto the pads. No run there. Two balls remaining in the 10th. All dot balls to start with for Annie Ho. That one's not going to be a dot. That's going to be a wide. Into re-bowl. Both team managers waiting on the sidelines with the drink bottles, ready for this drinks break coming up in 2 legal deliveries. And that one is one of them. Just the one blemish on this over so far from Annie Ho. That's whipped away in the air. Oh, just a diving effort to the right there. It's going to end up being a boundary to finish off the 10th over. In the air, a chance. Lasita lie there to her right, couldn't get hands on it, so a boundary in the books. And after 10 overs, Lantau ladies are 43 for 3 as we go into the drinks break. Lantau ladies in the second 10 overs of their innings will require another 156 runs for victory. But at the moment, 43 for 3. We'll take a quick drinks break here at Ting Kwong Road Recreation Ground. Join us on the other side for the end of this Cricket Hong Kong Women's T20 Premier Series Round 2 game. Welcome back to Ting Kwong Road Recreation Ground. Aaron Bush with you for this Premier League T20 series game. If you're just joining us, Lantau won the toss, elected to bowl, and Craig Gow went out there and smashed 198. Doing all right with the bat, surviving at the moment, Lantau. Only their second game in Premier League, being promoted this season, 43 for 3. Fatima Amir back into the attack. 2 overs so far, none for 15. Craig Gow will want to bowl Lantau out today, make it a comprehensive victory. And starts with a wide. Not going to get a wicket there. That one ducked away down leg for a wide as well. Still nice and cool here at Ting Kwong Road. We're expecting a top of around 18. Be nice to get there very quickly. Oh, bottom handed, just bobbled straight up. No chance of a caught and bowled there. Better delivery from Amir. Comes in again from the softball ground end. Oh, big thick edge. That's racing down towards our commentary position. Will get cut off inside the rope. Vanessa So eventually picks it up, but they run on the arm and get through. In the end, for a handy 3. Correction, I think that was a 2 in the system. Short boundary. Confirmation, it is a 2 with Hassan still on strike. Oh, big swing and a miss. Fresh airy. Haven't seen many of them today. Halfway through this 11th over, Lantau creep towards the 50 mark. That one, another play and a miss. Started a little wild from Fatima this over, but brought it back nicely. That 2 runs, of course, coming off a big, thick edge. No chance for the keeper, but went through a first slip region. No slips in place, so runs on the board. There's that one angling back in. A bit shorter. Got good bounce off that one too. Amir. Just the one player outside the circle, and that's fine leg. That one that pushes too far across the way that Amir bowls. She comes in again. Again shapes it in. Got the good line and length to finish off that over. Finished it with 4 dots, 11 overs done. Lantau, 47 for 3. Amanda Chung coming into the attack from the Argyle Street end. 2 overs so far, 1 for 8. One of the 3 wicket takers today. Heck deep on strike. Floats it up there. Almost on the full, but drops at the last moment, so just pushes it back to the bowler for a dot. It's 5 dots in a row for Kragengower now. Into the grind zone of this game. Another dot. So over of dots for Kragengower. See on your screen. At 152 off 52. Highly unlikely, I would say. Need over 17 runs and over. We'll, as I said, try to bat this out. That's gone big and high. That could go all the way. Yes, it does. A boundary. Clears the infield. Couple of bounces. Rolls over the rope for 4. Aggressive from Heck deep. Brings the runs required under 150 and also brings up the 50 for Lantau. We've seen that today. All the milestones seem to be brought up with a boundary. Looking back to that Kragengower innings, they brought up the 50 with a 4. They brought up the 50 partnership with a 4. Carrie Chan brought up a 50 with a 4. And that's lofted in the air as well, but falls safely. Get through for a single. Chancing their arm, coming out of the drinks break. I'm trying to put some runs on. Kragengower would think perhaps a wicket's coming shortly. Well, that was a big leading edge as well, but didn't carry to anyone. 1 ball remaining in the 12th. And that's in the air, and there it is. I said the wicket might be coming, and it is. Another catch to Carrie Chan. Mandachuk gets her second, and the 4th wicket falls for Lantau. They're 52 for 4. Watch on the replay. Bit quicker this time, and Carrie Chan was already running in. She knew that was coming after the last one bobbled forward, so takes the catch, gets the wicket. 2 wickets for Amanda Chung, 2 catches for Carrie Chan, and 4 wickets down for Lantau. Coming to the crease, the captain for Lantau, Alishba Kanwal. Ended a handy little partnership there of 25 between Hassan and Mahekdeep. It was the end of the over, so Kanwal will be at the non-striker's end. Annie Ho. Annie Ho to come on from the softball ground end. Well, just 1 over, none for 5. Very tidy. Switching ends now. Starts with a dot. Mahekdeep's done well out there, 20 from 31. Came in at number 4. Probably needs to bat it out, get through the 20 overs. They've got slightly short long on in place for a catch. They've also got deeper gully region of Vanessa So there on camera. They get through for the single, bring the captain on strike. Full, gets past the outside edge. Very close to getting a wicket there. Annie Ho, good delivery. Tries for a run out to point. Nothing doing. Another dot. That one will be a wide. Again, back of point, chance of a run out. Gets back in time. Good fielding, keeping the pressure on. And one gets through for a dot to end the over. Just the 2 runs coming from it. Another tidy one. 13 overs done. Lantau, 54 for 4. You can see on screen some of the Pakistan Association Cricket Club Premier team coming in. Our friend Haseeb has got a nod today. That's good to know. Haseeb Mohammed will be playing. That's the afternoon game from 1:30 p.m. We're continuing here for the women's game. Amanda Chung continuing. A nice big Yorker length ball again to start with. Very tidy. Second week in a row for Premier League without the Hong Kong China players. They're still overseas in Qatar celebrating their big victory in the super over for that game. Another Yorker length, chopped out, dot ball. Yeah, so no superstars. They're still superstars, but just no national Hong Kong China superstars playing this afternoon, which means Pakistan will be missing Zishan Ali and Yasim Murtaza. Oh, it's hit back. A couple of bounces to the bowler. Chung fields it with her ankle. Keeps it to a dot. USRC, with no national Hong Kong China players selected for the Qatar tour, will be at full strength. So it'll be a great game. Make sure you tune in here on Cricket Hong Kong broadcasting on YouTube and Fancode in India from 1:30 p.m. Hong Kong time. Oh, that's got through everything. It was there to be hit. Mahekdeep could get nothing on it. And so far, we've had 5 dots for the 14th. Can Chung finish this one off with a maiden? Or even perhaps a wicket maiden with all this dot ball pressure? Not even going to be a maiden, let alone a wicket maiden, as they get through for a single to end the over. 1 run coming from it, 14 done. Lantau 55 for 4, still requiring 144 runs in 6 overs at a run rate of 24. What's that? 4 runs a ball. Yeah, that's a tall order. I'm being generous. It's quite tough. A boundary every delivery from here on in for Lantau to win this game. As I said, more likely the goal is to bat out these 20 over a team that should probably be playing in the final come the end of the Premier League T20 series. Craig and Gow looking very strong. Be a raffle between them, HKCC and Diaskwa Little Saiwan. Both those sides, in fact, playing up the hill today. I haven't given an update on that game. I should go have a look at what the score is, see how that's going, because it will affect the table. It'll be a good game, actually. Go back after watching this game. You can watch it on replay on YouTube. That's not the right game. It's the men's game this afternoon. Looking at my timing screen. More runs behind the keeper. It's a wide +1. Right, end of this over, I'll give an update from the other game. Typed in the air, it's just past the diving outstretched arms of Carrie Chan. Get through for the single, wasn't far away from being a catch though. See there, Carrie diving with one arm, couldn't get any fingers on it. Wasn't a drop chance, didn't get anything on it. Oh, that's got through everything. Not sure how that didn't get the edge. Oh, just played inside it. Good delivery. That one straight down leg though. Trying to get that one onto the middle stump, but pushes it down leg for an extra. It's going to be a tight game up at the hill, I can tell you that. This game finishes off and there's any time left, switch across. Hong Kong Cricket Club batted first, put on 114 for 5. Diasqua Little Saiwan in the 15th over, 1 ball remaining in the 15th, a 70 for 6. They need 45 off 31. Oh, that's in the air, but hit hard and hit well. Picked the gap nicely, work to do. Mid-off comes screaming around, does well. They still scamper through for 2. One ball remaining in the 15th here as well, so we're pretty much on the same timeline. Finishes with a dot. 15 overs done. Lantau 62 for 4. Yes, up the hill. Little Saiwan. They need 45 off the final 5 overs. Last week, Shanzine Shazad for Little Saiwan smashed a 50-run opening partnership with Ikra Sahar, but she was out for 1. Ikra got some runs though, 24. 16 to Jaswinder Kaur. Sort of fallen away there. I'll have a look and see who got the runs for Hong Kong Cricket Club. Emma Lai again. Back to back, not out. 60 not out today. Only one other player got in the double figures. Maya Gardner got a 20. They put on 114 for 5. Little Saiwan requiring 45 off 28 deliveries now. It's getting a bit hard and getting away from them. That'll be a big win for Hong Kong Cricket Club Premier over the reigning champions, Little Saiwan. Back here live, 5 overs remaining. The Krakengower v Lantau match. It's 12:15, 12:13. We'll be back live, perhaps from about 1 p.m. for the second game, the men's Cricket Hong Kong Premier League T20 game. It's Pakistan versus USRC. Oh, that's lofted high in the air. Chance of a catch. Oh, it's just fallen short. Diving effort. Annie Ho there The effort in the outfield, very close. In the end, couldn't get there. Captain's brought herself into the attack, Dorothea Chan, trying to finish off this Lantau team. That's crunched on the offside. Oh, that's brilliant fielding. Had to dive on the AstroTurf, which is just painful. We all know that. A heck deep up to 25 now on strike. Lofted again, bit of bottom hand to point. Get through for the single. Oh, fresh area there from the captain. Captain to captain, Dorothea Chan bowling to Kanwal. In that supporting role with Mahek Deep going big, up to 25. Lishba's only just got the 2 so far. Oh, that one's got through as well. Good finish to the over. 3 coming from it. 4 overs remain. Lantau ladies, they're 65 for 4. Karen Poon coming on from the softball ground end. And an edge to start with. Vanessa So doing some fancy footwork. And it's taken the top of off stump. Karen Poon gets the breakthrough. The 5th wicket falls. Lantau 66 for 5. The captain departs on 2. Peach of a delivery. Well bowled by Karen Poon. Aiming at the top of off stump. Every bowling coach's dream for their player to bowl one like this. Watch on the replay. Just easing it in. Gets the wicket. Come on, Kaur coming to the crease. Mahek Deep still out there, watching teammates fall. Gurkamal will be on strike. Karen Poon got her 2nd wicket now. Two bounces to Carrie Chan. Oh, and that one's just a diving right at Carrie Chan. Gets off the mark, gets down the non-striker's end. 2 balls remaining in the 17th. Oh, lofted. He's pulled that one off stump. Tried to smash it down to the softball ground end boundary, but just a single. Cut off by both mid-on and mid-off, scurrying across. Full this time. Boulder went straight through, middle and leg. Gets the 3rd wicket to finish the 17th over. Garkamulgore has to go on 1. And Lantau, after 17, are 68 for 6. Uzma Nawaz coming to the crease for Lantau with the team at 68 for 6, and it's time for fun facts with Aaron. Uzma Nawaz is the sister of Tanveer Ahmed, who's the brother of Essa Nawaz. 3 different clubs, all brothers and sisters playing at the top level of Hong Kong cricket, including Essa Nawaz, who's back in the Hong Kong China side. Speaking of Hong Kong China side, the captain of Hong Kong China, Carrie Chan, back into the attack, trying to finish this game off. Mahek Deep continues out there, lone hand. So yes, Uzma Nawaz, Essa Nawaz and Tanveer Ahmed, all one big happy family, I assume. They're definitely one big family, brothers and sisters. She's on strike now. Carrie Chan around the wicket. One started outside off and stayed there. Backing away Nawaz. Got nowhere near it. Well, that one's gone straight through. I get the feeling that Nawaz may lose her off stump here if she doesn't put a little bit of footwork in. Against a very experienced Carrie Chan. I don't know how that didn't hit the stumps. And again, feel like it's coming. 2 balls remaining in the 18th. 1 for 2 so far for Carrie Chan. And finishes with a dot. Just the 1 run. And we've still got 1 ball remaining. Can Craigengower get 4 more wickets, or can Lantau bat out this 20? Well, that one there, very slow, gets through. Dot, just 1 run coming from the 18th. Lantau 69 for 6. And coming up 1:30 p.m. today, it is the big Cricket Hong Kong Premier League T20 series game between Pakistan Association and United Services Recreation Club. Cricket Hong Kong broadcasting legend. There he is, Haseeb Mohammed, giving us a wave. He'll be playing in the green today for Pakistan. Can't be helping us out in the broadcast today. He's got a job to do with the gloves and a bat later on. That's from 1:30, but back here live. That's hit up, 1 bounce, doesn't quite make it to mid-on. Gets through for another single. You can see the USRC team in there, also getting ready. There's some footwork there from Uzma, but no bat on ball yet. Karen Poon, that's a big full toss. Stays below waist height. Nawaz will get off the mark. Karen Poon right now, she bowls that same delivery to Mahekdeep. Could be going sailing towards the rope. Bit of a loose delivery to let Nawaz get off the mark and off strike. And follows it up, trying to stay outside of the arc of Mahekdeep. Pushes it too far. Wide ball. 9 balls remaining. Looks like Lantau ladies will bat this one out, which will be a win for them. I'm not sure how that did not bowl. Karen Poon is not sure how that did not hit the stumps either. Just outside off stump. Got the Yorker length just right. Another one. Mahekdeep survives. That's topped in the air. That's to the right. Left this time of Carrie Chan. We've seen that last over as well. One flying to her right, this one to her left. They get through for another single. 1 ball remaining in the 19th. And another full toss. Big top edge over the top of the leg side. Gets another single. Will retain the strike. 19 overs done. Lantau ladies are 74 for 6. Final over, Carrie Chan from the Argyle Street end. Oh, that's got through everything and everyone. They're not going to try for 2. Mahekdeep will retain the strike, running through on that bye. Three overs, 1 maiden, 1 for 2 so far for Carrie Chan. Mahekdeep, 5 balls to bat out the innings. And we'll get the single. No, sent back, decides, no, I'll hold the strike, get through this over. Wise, not going to make the runs obviously, with another 124 runs required in 4 balls, but batting out the innings is all important for Lantau. That said, Mahekdeep's decided to smash it through the leg side. They will take a single. Nawaz will have to face Carrie Chan. Last delivery beat her, the stumps and the keeper. Where's this one going to go? They brought everybody in on the offside for a catching position. And so she just punches it on the leg side. Oh, I think that's been run out in the end. That's a terrible way to end the great innings from Mahekdeep. She ran down, got sent back, a good little throw in, and Carrie Chan's just backhanded it and appealed, and umpire Prakash said, yep, she wasn't back, got to go, and the 7th wicket falls. Lantau 76 for 7, 2 balls remaining. Coming to the crease, Anza Khan. Anza Khan with 2 balls to face. 2 balls remaining. And that's a dot. 1 ball left in the innings. A comprehensive victory for Craig Gower. But positives to take away for Lantau, batting out the full 20 overs. Fast, quick, chopped out just in time to save the wicket, and that's the end of the game. Big win for Craig Gower. In the end, winning by 122 runs, putting on that massive first innings total of 198, and in the end, Lantau just managing 76 for 7. Pretty similar score to what they scored last week, in fact. So, positives, batted it out, unlike last week where they were bowled out at 19 overs. So they'll take that away as they've played the first 2 games. But first time seeing Craig Gower in the 2023 Cricket Hong Kong Premier League T20 series, and a big win it was in the end. There's the batting card. Mahekdeep, very unfortunate run out at the end. Top scoring with 32. Not a lot of support from anyone else really. Joylene did all right for 12, but the rest all in single figures. Extras, second top scorer. Bowling card for Craig Gower. And opening the bowling, Karen Poon and Carrie Chan. 3 wickets for Karen, 1 for Carrie Chan, plus a run out in that final over. 2 wickets for Amanda Chung as well. A good disciplined effort by Craig Gower. They would be a little upset that they couldn't quite make it and get them all out. What we are going to do is we're going to have a quick chat with the player of the match decided by the commentary position team today. So stick around. We're going to have a chat with the player of the match. And there's no doubt who that will be. It will be Carrie Chan. Yes, a big win for Craig Gower today in the Women's T20 Premier game. And player of the match, of course, Carrie Chan. How are you? Haven't had a chat for a little while. Welcome. Well done to you.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Pretty happy with that 91?
Yeah, it's quite good. And to be fair, like when I batting inside, I didn't think about my individual score. I just thinking to have a good partnership with Fatima.
And it was a big partnership, both of you, and then also came out and did a good job with the ball. You got a wicket, you got a catch, got a run out at the end. So it's pretty much everything you did today out there.
Yeah, it's quite good. Also, like the wicket is a bit spin also today, so that's why like have few times the ball is going to the stump, but at the end I spin it away. So, but it is very very good wicket to bat on, or even like for the spinner is going to bowling, and it's amazing to play for my club and also like play for my team also.
Yeah, it's the first time we've seen Craig now this year. Pretty happy with the performance going forward. We've mentioned on the podcast as well as the broadcast that the 3 teams that are probably going to be vying for the title this year are going to be CCC, HKCC and Woodside One. So you feel like you're up there this year to take the title?
Yeah, for sure. Like always we have confidence, and then we believe in the things that we can do. And also because last year we didn't get in the finals, we lost a little bit in the semi-final. So I hope this time we can get in the final.
Well, congratulations. There's your trip ahead mark. Player of the match, Carrie Chan. Well done to Craig Gower. Stick around, coming up very shortly. The game starts at 1:30, so just under 1 hour. We'll have the men's T20 game live on Cricket Hong Kong broadcasting.